that's the project. Okay, yeah, cleaned out the engine bay, cleaned out the air condenser, degreased everything. Gotta find a cover for that. Inside is good. Inside is pretty good. Alright, so pretty much I picked up the car for a pretty decent price. The owner doesn't have time to put the engine in, so he gave me the new engine, around roughly 55,000 miles, and all the parts with it. So that's pretty much what's the backstory behind it. I picked up the car as a project car, someone else's project car, finishing up their project for them. They got the repair kit, you know, the rebuild kit and everything with the gaskets and even the piston kit and the timing chain kit. They pretty much got everything. But the guy didn't have enough time on his hand to touch his card, so I actually picked it up for a pretty decent price. And so yeah, he gave me everything, all the kits, harness, extra parts, valve cover, intake, everything. But as you guys can see, cars and parts, you know, it's pretty much an empty shelf, and everything is in pieces. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't touch a lot of engine like that, and this is probably my first Toyota engine, or pretty much the first engine I touched besides my RSX. It's probably the first engine that I am rebuilding, so from scratch, and not knowing how it is, you know. So I'm gonna have to find parts, see what I'm missing, and then probably head to the junker and grab some more parts if I am missing more parts. I sealed the oil pan already with the new seal. Everything is good so far. So now the next step is probably going to be timing chain. Yeah, so we're probably going to do the timing chain and get all that settled with the oil pump. But yeah, first I need to find the parts. I don't know where they are. They're all in the boxes somewhere. So let me try to organize all that and get back to you. All right, guys. Just real quick, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional, so please just keep in mind that if you are working on your head, you're at your own risk. Just real quick, this is a 1ZZ off of a MR2. Yeah, and it's a brand new one. I just pretty much cleaned it up real quick. Today we're just going to be installing evergreen head bolts. And so I'm going to go over how to install it. It's pretty simple, honestly. First, you're going to need your torque wrench, and you're going to need a triple square bit socket, and the size you need is going to be an N12. All right, N12. I'll check that out. Just like that. You can get it out of your local AutoZone. Okay, so I already torqued it. Pretty much there's a pattern you have to torque it. The first one is going to be like 14 foot-pounds. I already torqued the 14 foot-pounds, and pretty much the pattern goes the middle 1, 2, and then across 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you zigzag it, you know. And so right now I'm gonna be doing the final torque. It's pretty much 36 foot-pound and 90 degrees angle. All right. So again, 36 foot-pound for a Toyota Celica and 90 degrees. So we did 2 already, 3 and 4. All right, click. Now we're doing 90 degrees. And there we go, 90 degrees. Cool. Now we'll go to the next one. Cool. That's pretty much installing the head bolts, right? Again, excuse me, a bit of a cold. Again, this is a 1ZZ for a Toyota Celica. New head. And here is the part number if you guys are interested. Head bolts, evergreen. Pretty much just a full complete rebuild kit. Alright, so now I'm just going to install the cams back on and the rocker. So, yep. So we're now just putting the camshaft in. I'm about to put the little connecting piece. I don't know what they are, honestly, guys. Okay, so each of these, what do you call these, rockers? Are labeled. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hold on, I'll show you this real quick. Hand tightening them. Also took a picture just in case. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you real quick. Each of these are labeled. This is, you can see. Anyway, it's labeled. Right, it says I5. I4, I3, and I2, and there's an arrow pointing up. That should be going towards the clutch plate. And then the 5 highest numbers, I pretty much intake and then exhaust. And so, yeah, so this side is E, E5, E4 with the arrow pointing up, E3 and E2. And so we're just going to torque it down to 20 foot-pounds. Okay, so the top 3 bolts takes a 12 millimeter. Again, I'm doing 20 for now, just so it's in place. And I'll torque it down to spec. Ooh. Cool. Alright, so pretty much, let's see, this is the new engine. I don't have the old engine. So far what we've done so far is we replaced the oil pump. We torqued it to 15 foot-pounds. New CO2, so don't forget the gasket. We inspected the piston and the pistons were still good, so we're just using the same thing again. Changed the head gasket, installed new head bolts, and just completed putting on the rocker, pretty much the camshaft. So the plan for the next step, probably we might not be touching the transmission yet. But yeah, we did just clean the transmission up. No more grease. It's back being shiny. Now, it's probably gonna work on the headlight or something. Again, it's pretty good, pretty decent. Gotta try to restore those headlights. They're not OEM, but they look nice, so I'm gonna try to restore those. Have them back on. Okay, I guess the hardest part is just figuring out what goes in the engine.